All right, guys, so I think it's time to get real, not only with myself, but with you guys. The motivational, inspirational, no sugarcoating, inspirational type videos that I do have a time and a place. And I know a lot of you guys appreciate those, but at the end of the day, you're here to learn. Now, usually I do those videos because I'm in the heat of the moment from just reading a DM or an email or whatnot, and I just want to address it right away. But I want to get you further, faster in your music career. And the only way I'm going to do that, aside from the motivational videos, is by actually teaching you something. So go grab a pen, go grab a paper, because you're about to learn a whole lot of shit. All right, fun fact. I shot this entire video like 30 minutes ago just to realize that the SD card filled up on the overhead camera 8 minutes in. So got to redo it, but that's okay because this time it's going to be a little bit more concise because that one was a little long-winded. Got to give you guys this content. So let's get started in the right way. Get the energy up in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, sellmusic.com, here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing techniques and strategies that are going to help you transform that passion for making music and turn it into a legitimate business that's going to provide you with freedom and fulfillment. Two of the most important things in life in general. Now, this video is much needed. It's not the motivation stuff, it's learning. So make sure you have your pen and paper ready. Now, I'm going to do this in a little bit different format. I have the above cam or the overhead camera set up. Hopefully you guys like it. I have a whiteboard with some dry erase markers, and I'm just going to go over something that I think a lot of you guys are lacking knowledge of, lacking integration into your strategy on, and that's content marketing. Now, if you don't know what content marketing is, it's just that. It's taking pieces of content and strategically placing it in front of your audience to get them lured back in, turn you into a magnet for them to take interest in what you're doing. So in this video, I'm going to break down the different types, the different arms of content marketing, how they build an ecosystem, and how you can implement it into your strategy to have more momentum, more progress in a shorter amount of time with less effort. So let's get into it. Black marker, start this off right. Content marketing. Now, I'm going to look above head a few times just to check the screen as we go. So just bear with me. First time doing a video like this. And I hope you guys like it. So content marketing is the process of getting out different pieces of content, as I said, to a target audience. Now, who's your target audience? That's something that you have to establish if you ever want to have a powerful household name brand. Best Buy, Nike, Reebok, Supreme, Campbell's Soup for that matter, all have a target audience and they know how to market to that audience. So that's important. Now, when we have a content marketing strategy in place, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to create this ecosystem. An ecosystem of what? Ecosystem of attention, ecosystem of opportunity, ecosystem of cash flow. And those are all important things when it comes to you doing music as a full-time career, or at least to have some side hustle money. Because I see so many people out there. I'm going to grab a different marker. Let's grab purple, because I grabbed purple in the first time I shot this video. So I'm going to do it again. When it comes to different pieces of content, you need to be able to make sure that you have enough to keep people's interest. Something that I hear time and time again is, oh, Adam, I'm doing your hashtag strategy, but I'm not getting a whole lot of follows, or I'm not getting a whole lot of people that are DMing me. Well, I go and look at some of these individuals' profiles, and these individuals that I've only posted maybe 12 different posts on Instagram in the last 6 months. Obviously not enough. If you think that you're special enough to post once a month and people give a fuck, that's not true. You're not. I'm not. No one is. Unless you have a brand that's already established on the big screen, on the radio. You get it. You have to have that attention somewhere else. Excuse me, hashtag video indigestion. Pardon me. Sorry for it being rude, but we're doing a one take, baby. So what I'm getting at is the different types of content. Let's just get into it. That you can do. We're talking photos. We're talking videos. We're talking collabs. Talking about contributions. Talking about interviews. Wow, I can't spell today. And we're talking about behind the scenes footage, which could be any one of these things. Now, when you have photos, you can obviously post those to Instagram. You can post those to LinkedIn, YouTube, as thumbnails, right? You can share these different things across all platforms. In fact, you could share a lot of this when it comes to videos and photos in real life, when it comes to networking and marketing. Because if you have business card that has your website, your graphics, maybe your face on it. That's going to be a visual representation of what you're doing. But what happens if you don't have a whole lot of networking opportunities, or like me, you're a little bit more introverted, so you typically sit behind the lens, behind the camera, behind the computer to do most of your work. Maybe you're from a rural area. What do you do then? Well, you find a way to build this out, because ultimately all of this, you want it to lead to good old music. This is your music, not just any music, your music. How do we do that? So let me ask you this. Have you ever followed somebody on Instagram and then you go look at their profile and they have a few posts and they're interesting and something tripped your trigger, tickled your fancy, whatever the saying is relevant here. And then you go and they're like, there's nothing else there. What happens? You get bored, probably don't follow them. You might even unfollow them because there's nothing of interest for you. What we want to do in a good, proper content marketing strategy is build an ecosystem. And what that is maybe a YouTube video. Then they get interested to go to your Instagram. Then, of course, they want to listen to your music. Then from there, they might go to your website. Then find out what you've done over on LinkedIn. Or maybe someone else that you've worked with. Works right back. So all of these different things are going to take people from where they initially found you, where you had the bait, where you had the content. Because I want you to keep in mind something. I'm going to write it in red because it's very important. With a proper content marketing strategy, you're going to push content because that's going to pull attention. Push content to pull attention. Can't push that enough. When you have enough content out there, when you have this library, this plethora of content, you're ultimately going to be able to build this brand. You're going to be able to be discoverable. You're going to have things that have interest or others have interest in a lot of different avenues. For instance, let's go back to the content list. Let's say I have a photo over on Instagram. Okay, cool. Oh, it's Adam Ivy. He's a funny guy, has great hair. He's kind of goofy looking. He's super hot in a mediocre type of way, whatever, right? So that might say, okay, what does he do? So that turns into an Instagram profile. You guys get what I mean. Instagram profile search, and then they're like, oh, let me click on the link. The link sends them to videos on YouTube. Okay, cool. They're watching the videos, watching the videos. All of a sudden, they see that I've collabed with Austin. God dang, man. Austin over at Make Pop Music. And they're like, oh, I wonder what else he's done. So they Google search. Then they see that I've contributed to a platform named Medium. And then they're like, oh, that's neat. And then they see that I did a few podcast interviews. All of a sudden, this all circles back to where they're following me on multiple platforms, and this could be you as well. Now, obviously, does it take time to build up the content library, the content ecosystem that I keep talking about? Of course it does. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you follow content marketing and you follow the ecosystem, you're going to get people in your realm to push content, pull attention. Now, I can make this a whole lot more complicated, but this is very, very simple. The issue with this is it takes consistency. Consistency? I'm having a rough night, guys. Consistency. I think that's how it's spelled. The fact of the matter is, if you don't have consistency with any of this, you can't build an ecosystem. A plant does not grow without water, does not grow without sunlight, does not grow without nutrients in the soil. All of that being your content marketing strategy. Content marketing, blah, 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 blah. It's very important. All right, guys, I apologize for that abrupt jump cut. I just found myself kind of reiterating over and over the same things that we spoke about in this video already. We don't need to overcomplicate this. I don't want to bombard you with different techniques that you need to use, or I just want you to understand, first and foremost, what content marketing is so you can start building up that ecosystem. I need you guys to understand that you need to have enough content, enough quality content to a targeted audience to keep them interested. That's what we want to do as a personal brand, as a music-based brand, is we want to get people interested in what we're doing and come back. Build us into their routine. Build us into their habits. Tuesdays and Fridays, I upload new videos here on YouTube. I hope that some of you guys have that notification by clicking that little bell icon so you guys know when I upload and I can be part of your week and provide value and provide inspiration, motivation, entertainment. One of the three, all of the three, I'm happy. I want you guys to click this video, speaking of ecosystems, because I know this one right here with this video is going to be a power-packed combination to get you going in the right direction, build up your momentum, get that progress, and get you in the right mindset to really accomplish something before the end of the year. Let me know in the comments if you liked this style of video, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video, guys.